Man, in the area where I live, the Mexican women are becoming sexy as fuck. In my area, you know, the most attractive women currently where I live are the Mexican women. And it wasn't always like this. Even 3 years ago, 3 years ago, the Mexican women in my city were not all that attractive. You'll see a decent Mexican woman in my area a couple years ago. You'll see a decent Mexican woman every now and then, but even back then, a lot of Mexican women I'll see around had like fucked up bodies. They'll be short, flat butts, fat on the sides. What they call them, muffin sides when they got the fat on the side, whatever. Flat ass. A lot of Mexican women were looking like that, short and stubby. But I'll see back then, a couple years ago, a few years ago, I'll see some attractive Mexican women. Also, I've run across women, several Mexican women who are very attractive, and I'll sleep with them. There's Mexican women who have nice bodies. You know, there's Mexican women who have a nice ass, thick as fuck, nice thighs, nice breast, and just have a total nice package, full package, body and face, pretty face to go along with the body. And and I started to notice, you know, last year in the year 2020, I started to notice, man, Mexican women, Mexican women are becoming more attractive. Mexican women are becoming more sexually attractive. You know, last year in 2020, I began to notice that there are much more attractive Mexican women walking around than attractive black women. And it wasn't always like that. It wasn't like that a few years ago. Black women, a few years ago, where I live, a few years ago, black women used to be more attractive than these Mexican women. But things have flipped around. Mexican women, they're more attractive than black women in my area right now. Black women, I love black women. I'm a black man. I find black women to be attractive. There's a lot of sexy sisters out there, but when I look around in today's age, man, black women have sexually fallen off. Black women are not as sexually attractive as they was even 5 years ago. Black women are really falling off, and man, I'm gonna tell it to y'all black women. I'm gonna tell it to y'all black women, and these Mexican women, these other races of women, even Middle Eastern women, Latino women, Middle Eastern women, they're becoming more attractive, sexier than American black women. American black women, y'all are falling off. And I'm not saying this to diss black women. I'm not saying this to bash black women. If anything, I'm critiquing black women's falling off of sexual attractiveness to encourage them to live a better lifestyle. Black women's issue right now. There's a couple of reasons why black women have sexually fallen off. You know, um, Black women have physical issues. They're not. A lot of black women are physically unhealthy. Overweight, obese, don't work out. Don't eat healthy foods. Eat a lot of black women eat unhealthy, oily foods, fatty foods. So a lot of them can have like some acne on their face, discoloration on the skin because they're eating all these saturated fats and shit. And like I just said, black women are physically unhealthy, you know, And Black women are spiritually and emotionally unhealthy too. And your physical being, your physical health, and your spiritual health and emotional health all have an effect on your sexual attractiveness, you know. And this goes, what I'm saying really right now, what I'm saying right now really applies to men too, both men and women. But right now, I'm specifically talking about Black women. You know, when you're vibrating at your ideal highest frequency, your ideal highest frequency and vibration, when you're vibrating at your highest frequency, you know, you're going to be at your peak sexual attractiveness. You're going to be at your peak sexual attractiveness when you're vibrating at your highest frequency, you know. And there are certain things that can affect your frequency and your level of vibration. You know, your physical health, what you eat, if you're overweight or obese, you know, your heart health, your blood circulation, that your physical health, you know, your physical body has like an electric current. Your physical body has like an electrical current, you know. Your body your body is able to function because of energy, you know. Without energy, your body wouldn't be able to function. So just for the fact that your body is alive and functioning, that means your body has to be creating some type of energy. Your body has to have some type of energy, some sort of vibrational force for you to be even alive. So your body, your whole being, your physical being is made, it's operated off of energy, you know, and your physical health will affect the energy of your body, your vibration of your body, you know. Eating the right foods, being healthy, you know, that will positively affect the energy, the vibration your body is giving off. You know, if you drink a whole lot of water, if you drink a whole lot of water, that's going to regulate the energy your body's giving off. You know, if you're dehydrated all the time, you know, living unhealthy, you're dehydrated. Um, not drinking no water. You know, your body is made up of 70% water. Your body is made up of 70% water. So you need to drink a whole lot of water to sustain your body. You know, water is a necessity. And if you aren't drinking any water, all you drink is alcohol, you partying, popping pills, you smoking weed, you're consuming all these unhealthy foods and drugs, and you know, and a lot of our Black women live that party lifestyle, and they live this unhealthy lifestyle, partying, drinking, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, but they don't even give time for their body to detoxify. You know, they'll turn up and eat all these unhealthy food to harm their physical body, but they won't even drink no water because, you know, the Black community is fucked up in many ways, you know. And one of the ways Black community is fucked up is our physical health. We don't eat healthy, you know. And, you know, our Black women today, you know, I'm not trying to bash them, you know, but our Black women are living an all around unhealthy lifestyle, especially for a woman. You know, women are delicate. You know, women are the weaker vessel. They're easier to be harmed. You know, So since women are easier to be harmed, they're more delicate, they have to really go out their way to protect themselves and stay healthy, you know. And if a woman is living in a toxic environment like the Black community, living in a unhealthy way in all aspects of life, Black women, they've fallen off sexually because their physical health isn't right, their mental health isn't right. A lot of Black women, they're not feminine. They carry themselves with this masculine energy, which makes them even less sexually attractive. Women who are feminine, who have the feminine docile energy, that sexy feminine energy, those are the women who are sexy as fuck. A lot of our women today, a lot of Black women specifically, they've given their whole life to this fucking feminist I want to be a man movement. So a lot of Black women, they want to be men. They take upon that masculine energy. A lot of our Black women don't want to acquiesce to a man. A lot of our women are rough around the edges. They'll curse you out in a second. They'll challenge you to a fight as a man. A lot of our Black women are too fucking masculine. That's because our women have taken upon this femininity bullshit. Women are women. Women weren't built to be men. So a lot of our women are carrying themselves with an abundance of masculine energy, which is making a lot of our women, our Black women, to not be sexually attractive. It goes along with energy. It's all about energy. This ties into energy as well. Aside from physical health, physical health affects your vibration, and femininity and masculinity affect your sexual vibration as well. I think I don't know too much about chakras. I don't know too much about chakras. I know a little bit about chakras. I've researched chakras online a couple times. I've talked to people about chakras. There was this dude. Another Black brother. Who I used to work with for a few months. This was back in like late 2019, early 2020. And this brother who I used to work with, he knew all about chakras. So he told me a few things here and there about chakras, and your body is aligned through the center of your body from your head to your feet, from your head all the way down to your feet, in the middle of your body like a line. There's like several, maybe like 7 or 8, or even up to 14 different chakras in your body. There's like a head chakra. There's a chakra in your sternum. There's a chakra near your groin. Then there's like chakras on your feet, chakras on your knees. There's several chakra points that flow throughout the middle of your body. And chakras deal with energy. Chakras are energy bases, energy fields on your body. Like I said earlier, your body, your physical being, your spiritual being, even, is all based on energy. Chakras are energy, you know, and one of the chakras that are tied to sexual energy, one of the chakras that are tied to sexual energy, is your like base chakra, I believe. I forgot the chakra number it is, but I believe it's the base chakra. I believe it might be located either on your stomach or your groin or something like that. But your base chakra is tied to your sexual energy. If you aren't eating the right foods, like I mentioned earlier, if you're a woman who's not feminine, if you're a woman who's not feminine, fucking asshole. But let me go on with my video. If you're a woman who eats unhealthy, like a lot of Black women, if you're a woman who lacks feminine energy and has an abundance of masculine energy because you want to be a man, like a lot of black women. Those are things, those are qualities that are going to fuck up your sacral chakra base. Your sexual chakra is going to be fucked up because you're a woman who eats too much, is unhealthy, obese, and you're not acting in your feminine sexuality. So those are two things that are going to throw off your sexual chakra, your sexual energy. And man, black women used to be sexy as fuck in the 90s. In the early 2000s, black women used to be slim, thick, feminine. Now a lot of black women, you see them, a lot of them are fat as fuck, overweight, have whack ass, non sexual energy. A lot of our women are masculine. A lot of our black women, man, nowadays, even a lot of black women nowadays, they have these deep ass voices. A lot of black women, they have an abundance of masculinity, an abundance of masculine energy, and I think black women naturally have more testosterone than other races of women. So with this, black women nowadays, they on that feminist shit, I want to be a man shit. So, and black women already have a more abundance of testosterone than other races of women. So in this masculine environment, and black women already have more testosterone, and living in this masculine environment, a lot of our women are biologically changing to fit the more masculine environment. That's why a lot of black women are having deep voices. I'll talk to a black woman, you'll hear a black woman speak, and she damn near sounds like a damn tranny. In my area, that's true. I'll be like, what the fuck? I'll be standing in line, you know, standing in line, and there's a black lady at the desk checking out the items, and you hear her voice, she sound like a fucking tranny dude. You'd be like, what the fuck? Do you see a lot of overweight black women? Do you see a lot of black women who have whack ass masculine energy, not the feminine, sexy energy that women are supposed to have? Then you look at these other races of women. These other races of women looking sexy as fuck, especially these Mexican Latina bitches. A lot of these Latina bitches in my area, man, they thick as fuck. They have a fat ass. They're pretty. They have feminine, sexy energy. They have nice bodies. A lot of these Mexican women in my area have nice bodies. A lot of them have ass, pretty face, breasts, sexy, pretty in the face, sexy, feminine energy. Man, the Mexican women in my area are outdoing black women. And black women better step their shit up. Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. Yo, like I'm in a Mexican neighborhood right now. As I'm speaking, I'm outside right now. I'm chilling. You guys probably hear the cars driving past and shit. But man, within last year, it wasn't like this a few years ago in my city. The Mexican men, I really started to notice this in 2020. After this coronavirus shit started, this pandemic, you know, these are like some of the earlier signs that everyone's seeing that this society is going to collapse. Other races of men, other groups of people in the society, they see that this society is going to collapse. They see this pandemic and effect that it's having on society. Washington, D.C., on the first week of the year, Washington, D.C. got, the Capitol Hill got fucking rioted. Rioters broke into the fucking Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. the first week of the year. Yeah, society is collapsing. And these other races of men, they see, in particular, I'm talking about these Mexican men, they see the environment in which we're living in America. These other races, man, these white boys and shit, these fucking white boys, these Mexican boys, they're all riding the wave of white supremacy. They have power. So even these immigrants who aren't white, like these Hispanics, these Arabs, a lot of these immigrants who are not white, Asians, they come to this country in America, they try to acclimate into white society. They try to join white society. Even a lot of Hispanics claim to be white. Some of them are white, but a lot of Hispanics, they want to be white. That's Spaniard colonial mindset. White people is superior and all that. A lot of these non-black immigrants, non-white immigrants come to America and they want to acclimate into white society. So all these immigrants, including white people, they're all on this fucking wave of white supremacy. Yeah, it's white supremacy. We have power. We're better than black people. Fuck black people. We hate black people. Black people are an enemy to us. So, to acclimate into white society, the number one rule is to hate the American black man. So these immigrants, especially these Hispanics and shit, the Arabs, even some of the Africans, they come here and they have a disdain, a haterism towards the American black man because they think hating on us is going to give them acceptance to the greater white society. And it does to an extent. It does to an extent. And I see it in my city. I see it in my city. It's not that. These some nosy ass motherfuckers in this neighborhood. I'm trying to record this video. Motherfuckers is in my business. Nosy Mexican motherfuckers. But yeah, I see it in my city. My city where I live has become increasingly more racist, especially from Hispanics. A few years ago, my city was not as racist. There's always racism. There's always racist Mexican motherfuckers over here. But within the last couple of years, they've become increasingly more racist. I know that because, I go to Mexican neighborhoods. I've had several jobs where I work with Mexicans, So I'll be in contact with Mexicans a lot. And they've become more racist since like 2019, 2020, 2021. A lot of these Mexicans have become more racist, and white people and all these other races, they're more, they know what times we're living in. They know, these other races know that white society is finna collapse. They're finna lose all their fucking power. And they see the early signs of that shit with this pandemic. So these fucking Mexican men, man, I'm not gonna lie. These fucking Mexican men are lucky as fuck. These Mexican men in my area, they're lucky as fuck, man. They got these sexy ass Mexican bitches with nice body, titty, nice stature, ass, sexy feminine energy, pretty in the face. Man, a lot of these Mexican women where I live be looking good as fuck. And these fucking Mexican men, they're so overprotective of their Mexican women. A couple years ago, these Mexican men were not this protective of their fucking women. Nowadays, where I live nowadays, you will rarely see a fucking Mexican woman by herself in public. Whenever you see a Mexican woman, you see her with her kids, you see her outside, out and about with her husband or her boyfriend, or if you see a Mexican woman, you see her outside with a whole bunch of female friends. And this really doesn't even only apply to Mexican women. A lot of other races of women, even some black women, are beginning to move like this. People are definitely starting to react to the times we're living in. I mean, we're going into a different age. We're living in a pandemic. People are more likely to be on the edge and riot. So all races of people are beginning to be more aware of our environment, and changing their ways and habits. Women are docile. Women are the weaker vessel. Um, Women are not as physically strong, so women are naturally a lot more vulnerable than men are. And we're beginning to live in a more dangerous environment because of the times we're living in, and a lot of these other races of men, these Mexican men in general, they're becoming very, very protective of their women. Like, you'll look around, you'll be going outside because you want to talk to a female. You go to a Mexican neighborhood because you want to talk to a Mexican bitch. You walk around that motherfucker. You go to a Mexican neighborhood. You trying to see some Latina bitches. You don't see no Latina bitches outside by herself because these other races of men, these Mexican men, they know this. They know the signs of the times. These fucking other races of men, they know society's finna collapse and these women are finna be fair game. All races of women in this society are going to be fair game once this society collapses. So these other races of men they know the times we're living in and be extra protective over their women, you know. And you already know it all revolves around the black man. This whole society revolves around the black man. It all revolves around the black man. So these Mexican men, they're extremely protective over their women. These Mexican men, they don't allow their women to go outside by themselves now. You won't even see a Mexican woman going grocery shopping by herself now. I mean, a couple years ago, you'll go to the grocery store and see a Mexican woman by herself shopping. But nowadays, you won't even see a Mexican woman by herself outside in the grocery store to shop for herself. These Mexican bitches always have to have some male chaperone or a whole bunch of female friends with them to be in public. That's because this shit is orchestrated. Man, these other races, black people, we really have to tune in. Black people, we really have to tune in. These other races of people, they move with purpose, you know. These other races of people, they have a racial agenda. They move with purpose. These other races of people, they actually do orchestrated things to move in a certain way so they can live in a way that benefits their race. They stay on code. Latino people stay on code. White people stay on code. Arab people stay on code. All these races that I mentioned all stay on a racial code. But black people, we're really not on code like that. Black people, we're not on racial code, and that's because we don't have no fucking unity. Black people, we don't have no unity, and that's gonna change, That's gonna change, man, because I'm already seeing the change, A lot of black men are uniting through social media. A lot of black men are uniting through YouTube, you know, the black manospheres where thousands, even millions of black men unite and speak with each other on live streams on YouTube. Black men from all around the world come in contact with each other on a manosphere and talk about important subjects and things of that nature. So black men, we're already seeing a lot of black men starting to unite, and hopefully it just progresses. Because black people, we can't do shit without unity. Black people, we're gonna continue to be oppressed, not get reparations, and not get shit, being treated like shit, being oppressed and being discriminated against until we get some type of unity and respectability and live on a racial code, you know. And these Mexican men in my city, these Mexican men are on a racial code so they can protect They're Mexican women from black men. It's all about the black man. These other races, they know. These other races of men, they know it's all about a black man, about the black man. Whenever you turn on the TV, it's something about a black man. Turn on CNN, they're talking about a black man, George Floyd. You know, um, Turn on the court channel, they're talking about the George Floyd trial. Turn on ESPN, they're talking about a black man named LeBron James. Come on, go on Facebook. You've seen articles on Facebook when you use your phone, when you use a computer. Articles on Facebook talking about a black man named Kanye West. I mean, it's all about the black man. Even a couple weeks ago, Kirk Franklin, a gospel singer, was in the had some drama on social media for getting into it with his son. So black men, we are the center of attention, especially right now. Everything's about the black man. When you turn on TV, when you turn on the radio, when you turn on the computer, when you turn on the news, you know, when you turn on your favorite sport, to see your favorite music, everything's about the black man, the black man, the black. These other races of men, they're realizing it. You know, they know what times we're living in. These other races of people, these Mexican men, white men, they read the Bible. They know who the true Hebrew Israelites are. They know the black man, we're God's chosen man. They know that shit. They know who we are, and they know the Bible, a lot of these other races, and they know the Hebrew Israelites, the black man, is supposed to rule the world again. Everything's coming back to us, and these other races, a man, a lot of them, they know that shit. So they know we're living in the time of the black man. We're approaching the time of the black man, and these other races of men, they could probably sense the energy shift in the atmosphere themselves. So they know everything is coming back to the black man. All these other races of women, they finna be our concubines. We taking all the women from these other races of men, and they could just sense that shit in the atmosphere. So these other races of women, these other races of men, these Mexican men in particular, the last thing that they want is for black men to take all of their women. A lot of these other races of women, a lot of them are attractive, and these other races of men that want to see black guys take their women, you know. But it's all going to happen, and they can sense that shit in the atmosphere. Once the white society loses power, what do these white boys, Latino boys, have over us? These white boys, Latino boys, they not this epitome of masculinity. The American black man, we're the epitome of masculinity. You know, the only leg up these white boys, Latino boys have is white supremacy. The white man has power. But once the white man loses the power, y'all don't got no leg up. Women aren't going to gravitate towards y'all lame ass non-black men. Once the white man loses power, it's a wrap for them. The only reason why white men, Latino men are a high choice with women is because they can ride the wave of white supremacy. We have power. We're the best. But when that power gets out their hand, like it's currently happening right now, these women ain't gonna stick with them. When these white boys, Latino boys lose power, the white man loses power, and they're gonna be on the equal playing field with the black man. On an equal playing field, everyone's status is the same. You know, Women would choose a black man over a white man. That's because black men were the epitome of masculinity. So women sexually would choose if it's an equal playing field, white man and black man have the same social status. Women would choose black men 9 out of 10 times because we're more sexually attractive, because we're more masculine. A lot of women are more sexually attracted to black men in a sense because we are this epitome of masculinity. The only leg up these white boys, Latinos have over us is white supremacy. White men have power. And I understand that Latinos, some people might say Latinos are not white, but Latinos, a lot of them have a significant amount of European DNA. You know, a lot of them, a lot of Hispanics are paternally descended from Europe, you know. So you are what your father is. And a lot of Hispanics are paternally European. So that means they have the spirit of the European, the spirit of the white man. You are who your father is. So these Hispanics, a lot of them are like 60 to 60. A lot of Hispanics are like 60 to 90% European. So they fall under the white man's shit. Hispanics fall under the white man's shit. A lot of them do. So, some Hispanics are black. Some Hispanics are Native American, but most of them are predominantly European, and they have the white man spirit, so they fall under the white man. But man, I could sense it. Man, these other races of women, eh, eh, these other races of women are finna be the black man's concubines, the concubines of Israel. I'm telling you, everything is coming back to the black man. We finna get reparations. All these women are finna gravitate towards us. They're finna be our concubines. I'm telling you, everything's coming back to the black man. And this is fucking biblical prophecy, During the age of tribulation, everything is supposed to come from the fake Israelites, the fake Jews who run the world and have all the money. Those are the fake Israelites, the fake Ashkenazi Jews. All their wealth is supposed to be, it's supposed to go to the real Israelites, the black man. So we're finna see a whole lot of shit go our way, just as a black man, stay strong. I know we live in a racist society that's against us, but keep staying strong, self-improve yourself at the best level, start some business and make your money and become the best man and become the happiest as you want to be, because God has our back and we're finna rule the world because we are the elect Israelites. But man, these women are finna be our concubines. In the age of Aquarius, we're in the age of Aquarius. We're at the very beginning of the age of Aquarius. We've been seeing the shift from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius for the whole 2010s decade, for the past 50 years, really. We've been in transition from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. And the age of Aquarius officially started on December 21st, 2020. The age of Aquarius officially started on December 21st, 2020. And yeah, we're in the age of Aquarius, and you can kind of tell it's a different age. We're transitioning into a different spiritual. We're kind of like transitioning into a different spiritual realm on Earth. The age of Aquarius is spiritually different than the age of Pisces. The age of Aquarius is of a different energy than the age of Pisces. You know, and when the Earth goes to different ages, like how we were just in the age of Pisces a few years ago, now we're in the age of Aquarius. When the Earth goes through those types of transitions, those transitions are actually an energy change on the Earth. You know, and I could definitely feel that we're in an energy transition here on Earth. You know, man, there's a lot of funny energy that I'm currently sensing in the atmosphere within the last couple of years. So a few years ago, 5 years ago, things used to just be normal. But throughout the past few years, people are becoming more antisocial. A lot of people are starting to give off more funny energy. You know, all the fucked up energy from the age of Pisces cannot survive in the age of Aquarius. So we're seeing all that fucked up energy from the age of Pisces come to the surface right now. And I can just sense all the negative energy, the high level of racism in the atmosphere. And that's because the age of Pisces is officially ending. And the age of Pisces, all that negative energy from the white man, during the age of Pisces, end, during the last few hundred years of the age of Pisces, the white man, the European, came to prominence, beginning in like the 1400s to like the 1600s. European sailors, Portuguese sailors, Spanish sailors would sail all around the earth. European sailors, they used to sail on a ship all the way to America. European colonial, the European colonizers came to America, killed off all the Europeans by disease and warfare, and built. They didn't build America. Black people, Africans built America, but they took over America, the Europeans, because they had the weapons, guns, germs, and the steel. Europeans took over America, and Europeans took over the whole world eventually. You know, they have all the power, they have all the wealth. The white man runs the world, the European runs the world currently. They have the strongest weapons. And during the last few hundred years of Pisces, the European, they came in contact with the Asians, through, the Europeans, they used to sell the whole world with a ship. Um, the Asians had fireworks, and the Europeans changed the Asian fireworks and modified it into guns they could use to take over the whole world. So this whole world been under white man's rule for the past 500, 400 years. And they have ran the age of Pisces. The age of Pisces, the last few hundred years of the age of Pisces is the age of the white man, the age of evil, the age of Satan. The white man has done a whole lot of fucked up shit in the world. The white man came to America, killed all the Native Americans. The white man colonized Africa. The white man went to Africa, kind of started a lot of civil wars. The white man went to Africa, started a lot of civil wars between African tribes, like the genocide in Rwanda against the Hutus and Tutsis. The white man kind of helped. The white man kind of got himself involved and brought tension between the Hutus and Tutsis. A lot of these African countries were colonized by Europeans, and these European colonizers, they would side with certain tribes, and they would give certain tribes weapons to fight off other tribes, in Africa. So the white man, I mean, even in Congo, European colonizers were cutting off kids' heads, necks, arms. This European colonizer, I forgot his name, he was one of the colonizers in like the Democratic Republic of Congo, and this white colonizer from Europe killed like 2 million Africans, and it's damn near hidden from history. It's fucking sickening what the white man has been doing all around the world. And the white man has been collectively, I'm not saying every single white man, every single white person is evil. I'm not saying every single white person is evil, but collectively, all the fucked up shit you see in the world right now is rooted from the white man. The white man ruled the end of Pisces. So the white man right now is losing power. The white man is losing power because the white man represents the age of Pisces. But the age of Pisces is already over. So the energy of the age of Pisces, the white man evil energy, is going to have to be brought to the surface and expelled, you know? So white man, the white man's finna lose power and other crazy shit's finna happen that I'm not gonna speak about. But all right, y'all.